Hi, boys and girls. It's time for our Bible story today. But first, let's go over our memory verse for the week. It comes from 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 7. Give all your worries to him, for he cares for you. Can you say that with me? 1 Peter 5:7. Give all your worries to him, for he cares for me. Today's story is going to be the last story in the Old Testament in this Bible, God's story for me. We're going to start it in just a minute, but first let's do our Bible finger play together. Here is the Bible. Its stories are true. God gave us these stories for me and for you. Quiet, so quiet. We all now will be. Listen, a story with pictures to see. And this story is called Jonah and the Big Fish. Jonah told people messages from God. One day God told him, go to Nineveh and tell those people to stop doing wrong things. But Jonah did not like those people, so he got on a ship going far away from Nineveh. Down in this big ship, Jonah went to sleep. And that's when God sent a storm. The sailors were afraid and they shook Jonah awake. Please pray to your God, they begged him. Jonah knew God had sent the storm, so he said, throw me off the ship and then the storm will stop. So they threw him overboard and splash! Jonah sank deep, deep into the water. And just like that, the storm stopped. Suddenly, a huge fish swam by Jonah. It opened its mouth wide and gulp! Jonah was in the big fish's belly. He asked God to forgive him, and Jonah prayed, and Jonah waited. After 3 days, that fish coughed out Jonah onto the sand. And God told Jonah again, tell the people in Nineveh what I say. Jonah obeyed this time. He talked and the people listened. They asked God to forgive them, and God did. When we do wrong things, we can ask God to forgive us, and He will. He will never stop loving us.